Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to the Perceptual Shift Show. My name is James Quine. This is my brother,
Robbie. I am a perceptual shifter as well
as
a life lover. Drinking my life-loving sludge. And listen to our slurps, because I wrote a song about it. Life-loving slurps.
Yeah, he's got a life-loving slurp song coming live and unfiltered, right?
Or is it a perceptual shift slurp?
Perceptual.
I think it's a perceptual
slurp.
shift.
Is it perceptual slurp?
It could be, yes.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, here you go.
Here we go, live and unfiltered.
Absolutely ridiculous. This is right off the...
He asked me to accompany him. I said no.
Well,
but I will as a slurper.
He's going to slurp to the beat.
Okay, let me get my cinnamon tea ready.
Okay, here we go.
Ready? Get ready for some slurping.
Can you slurp?
No, I'm good.
Welcome to the Slurp Show. Hope you got your slurp going.
What? Hope you got your slurp go? Is that your lyric?
We'll be back next week with more to slurp.
And if you want to slurp with me, just don't burp with me. Grab your book and slurp away. The Perceptual Slurp Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. And we're trying to train Rob to look into the camera.
Right.
Yeah, so right here, bro. Right here. I'm there.
Voila.
You're here. Welcome, everybody, to the Perceptual Slurp Show. Shift Show. And this book here that I wrote,
This
called
Slurpy book.
We'll see if we can get a sentence in without, us both talking over each other. But this book that I wrote is The Perceptual Shift, How to Love Your Life and Manifest
Slurps.
Abundance.
Slurp.
Are slurps abundant for you? Do you abundantly slurp?
I'm just milking this joke for all it's
wow.
worth. That's it. That's the end of the joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of milk, there is a little bit of cream in my tea, but you don't have cream in your coffee. You like it
black.
Okay.
Life-loving sludge.
Okay, so what this whole show is about is we go through pages of this book, usually 1 or 2 pages, a section at a time, and we share our experience, strength, and hope.
Right.
We read the page. We tell a few stories about growing up together, how we like, the page, what our take is on it.
Right, and we move at the pace of a perceptual shift snail. Through the
You say that, but
slow.
I feel like if you rush anything in life, it's never going to come out as good.
You deserve a ding for that.
Wow, I got a ding already. Thank you.
No, that is good.
That's good. Okay, I'm gonna hold this for yours. Okay. Do you have something good to say?
I don't think so. I'm drawing a blank right now.
I'm giving you a ding. Okay. In any case, if you have the book, awesome. Join along with us. We're going to be reading from page 50. 56 today. So just to give you a little heads up on opening up to page 56. If you don't have the book, you can get it at Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble. You can get it from me. I can send you a signed copy if you hit me up on TikTok or Instagram at James M. for Michael Quine. And you can see some life hacks. You can also get the password to our Saturday Perceptual Shift Show.
Yes.
We are live and unfiltered on Saturday going through the book ourselves.
Yes.
And answering questions with other people.
That's right.
The link to that meeting is in the description of this YouTube video.
Right.
And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, you can get it by hitting me up. Also, DM me on Instagram or TikTok. I'll give you the link and all that other good stuff.
That's awesome.
And if you don't have the money to afford this book and you want to just listen. If you have a couple of bucks, then...
Yes. If you're down to like 1 or 2 ruples, you can get the Kindle version. But... Gotta grab a notebook or something to write on, because that's where the transformation comes in.
transformation. Yes, so we all want to transform, evolve into the best version of ourselves.
That's right.
If you're not interested in evolving into a better version of yourself, please stop listening right now, okay? Because this show is not for you.
Yeah.
And I want to just kind of say a caveat, because I've been hearing a lot of really wonderful speakers and different reading books on communication, and there's so many, like, I just got to use the word gurus out there that are imparting very similar information.
Yeah.
Because universal truth is universal truth.
Right, right.
And I don't profess, we don't profess to be, cornering the market in self-help or realization or evolving into a, spiritual whatever, being or something. But this is our take, our kind of silliness about it. And if you dig this podcast, follow, subscribe, so you're notified of the next one.
Right.
Check it out. I got a couple of other books that I'm working on right now.
Awesome.
There's a Perceptual Shift journal if you want. If you don't want to, buy a different journal, you can get that journal. It's affordable also.
That's so great.
But before we actually get into the meat of the show, we actually do play guitar, and it's not the Perceptual Slurp song, okay? It's a regular one that sort of invites us to have fun, relax, enjoy the ride.
So it's even deeper than the Perceptual Slurp
I would
song?
say it's more appropriate to the show, possibly.
I think it's...
Although the Slurp song was fun.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. This is a fun song, too.
It was a little rough around the edges, a little slurpy, but it kind of rocked.
Yeah, we always start out the show, by the way, with this song. Sometimes we pull it off really well.
Right.
I'm going to take this guy off because it's kind of jagging me, if that's okay.
Yeah, definitely.
And we'll give it our best shot.
Without further ado...
Welcome to the Shift Show. Get ready for the mind flow. You're gonna see the world in a brand new way. Yeah. We'll show you how to love life. We will eliminate your strife. You'll manifest all that you desire. The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You had to go to the Slurpee, didn't you? You had to do that.
My final slurp joke.
If you listen long enough to these podcasts, you will hear some words like the Perceptual Shit Show instead of Shift Show in that song. And today, the Perceptual Slurp Show. But
sometimes life can be slurpy and sometimes life can be a shit show. Okay. Let's keep it real.
I have to be honest with you. I have always loved Slurpees.
Yes, me too.
I don't think you're as much of a sugar guy as I am.
No,
but Slurpees are really delicious.
On a hot day when you're skateboarding, Slurpees.
Which flavor? Which flavor? Did you mix them? Did you like one?
No, they were all good.
Not the root beer?
Root beer's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to root beer.
Thank you. I do like the cherry also. Yeah. I wasn't much of a fan of the blue one, though.
Yeah, the blue one was a little trippy for me.
Yeah. And if you love Slurpees, comment. Let us know.
Yeah.
What was your favorite flavor?
Yeah, exactly. That's an important kind of...
It's very important for the show.
Yes.
So our song is really about welcoming you to the show and letting you know that part of loving life and manifesting abundance is having fun with life.
Absolutely. I think it's very important to, even though I'm older, I still want
really old, actually.
I know, a dinosaur. I want to have joy, mirth, celebration, spontaneity, I think is important.
You just turned 80, right? You just turned 80?
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
But even 80's not halfway through my lifespan.
No, Dad's 86, 86 or 87.
I loved when our dad was out here and he was walking to the beach. I wasn't there, but apparently he tripped or something and he did like a kung fu judo roll on the sand.
He was okay.
Yeah, And that was very cool that he broke out that judo rule.
Well, I mean, one of the things some of you may not know is that our father started this sport of full contact karate
That's
when we were
right.
young. He put us
Yes.
into karate. Where was it? We went to
I studied Tong Sudo.
Tong Sudo is
Yeah.
what we did. Yeah. With, who was it? Kim? June Kim? Who was the...
We had a few teachers.
Well, I know we had a
Howard
few.
Jackson was a champion. He was my teacher for a while.
Yeah, he was my teacher. Chuck Norris taught us a little bit.
Chuck Norris. Shout out to Chuck
Yeah.
Norris.
Yep. Yep. But probably that judo roll was part of that karate stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it was for sure.
I actually was in a book called American
Yeah,
Karate.
I know, I
so
remember, it
I'm
was
the model
cool.
of that book, so you can
Yeah.
check that out. I don't think it's available anymore. It's actually a collector's
It
issue.
was cool. You were right on the cover. You were doing like a kind of.
Woo!
it was great.
Ka-cha-cha-ba!
It was awesome. He had a little headband. He was very foxy looking.
Yeah. So we are far away from the Perceptual Shift book right now, but that's what happens in this show.
We
You know,
shifted off into this
you love it or you hate it. You love us or you hate us.
karate story and slurps.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna sort of meander back in.
Okay,
Let's get our book.
our timer, yeah.
We got the timer going.
Rock and roll.
And like I said, we are reading from the Perceptual Shift: How to Love Your Life and Manifest Abundance
Yeah.
by this dude named James Quine.
I've met him a couple
Have
times.
you?
He's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
All right, cool.
He does
I'm actually
slurp though.
yeah, he's a slurper. I'm actually falling in love with him. Yeah, and it's been years that I've been working
You are
on falling
getting
in
a
love with
ding
him.
for that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Fall in love with yourself.
That morning, I was thinking about, I call
The
it
divine romance.
I call it mirror work, but I have to be honest with
Yeah.
you, it's not really work.
No, I know. That
It's more
word-
like mirror love
Yeah.
or self-reflective love
Or kind of, it's a discipline about self-care.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
What's
there's
the
a
word?
better word
reflective love? Is that?
That's great.
I
the
like
mirror.
reflective love. Let's call
Yes.
it reflective love.
I'm dinging you for that.
Okay.
That's good.
Do our reflective love exercises
That's
in the morning.
so much better than
Way
mirror
better.
work.
Mirror
Yeah.
work sounds hard.
It sounds
Yeah.
excruciatingly dull.
Yes. All right. So we are on page 56 of the Perceptual Shift, Practical Exercises for Reframing. We are in the chapter, The Art of Reframing, which is about taking a breath, a moment, some space to reframe anything that is framed in a way that makes us feel uncomfortable.
Right. So smart.
So that's what the chapter's
Kinda
about.
Get grounded for a minute. Take that breath and just breathe and be in the moment. I have choices. I don't have to feel boxed in a corner and be reactive. I can be creative. I really like that. I think the pause when agitated thing saves my bacon at least once a day, it seems like.
I definitely feel like putting space
Thank you.
between our responses to life
Absolutely.
is critical.
Ding worthy.
If we want to be happy and at peace.
Yes, which I do.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm raising my hand for that.
And it's contrary though to our normal behavior. For most people, someone says, "Hey, screw you," and we're like, "Screw you too."
Yeah.
Like the reaction is bam, bam,
Right.
bam.
That's what we're talking about. Take that breath and
Take that
don't
breath.
say screw you.
The feeling comes up regardless.
Yeah.
If somebody says
And it's
screw you and the feeling
it's
is there.
highly charged.
Yes.
It's almost like the don't take the bait thing we were talking about.
Right. And you can fall into that trap of saying, that guy said screw you, I'm not going to be a doormat. It's like taking a breath is not being a doormat.
No, and sometimes people are mentally ill,
Yes.
I don't want to get in the ring with someone that's,
It's funny you say that because I do honestly feel that when we discuss mental illness, I am mentally ill every time I immediately react to something.
That's interesting. I kind of agree to that. Off kilter for
right.
sure.
So we feel like, we classify people as mentally ill or not mentally ill, but I think the truth of the matter is we go into mental illness the moment we get stuck on resentment, self-pity.
Ew. Flick it up.
Yeah, you're the flicker. Mm-hmm. We got to write a flicker song, by the way. Yeah. But anyway, the moment we get into these uncomfortable states of mind,
Yes.
particularly if we feel justified about it,
Right. That's even double danger.
and oftentimes we find somebody who will support that justification.
Right.
Say, you know what? You should be upset.
Yeah,
You should
exactly.
feel bad for yourself.
You've got every right to
You
be
should
pissed
be
off.
disappointed. You are an idiot. You should have never done that. And they let
They
you.
co-sign it.
They co-sign the bullshit.
Right.
Exactly. That's mental illness.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, I guess, is we all suffer from mental illness at times in our life.
Right. And at the very least, get out of alignment.
Yes. And if we'd like to recover from the moment of mental illness, we need to get into action.
And do some perceptual shifting.
Exactly. Or reframe.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, practical exercises for reframing. Page 56. One of them is the gratitude journal.
I'm a huge fan. I have to ding.
Yourself? I'll give you a ding too.
The whole concept of the gratitude journal, it's my accountability partner.
Yeah, you've been a gratitude journaler for a long time.
For a long time.
And recently, did you start a regular journal too? Like where you also have your gratitude journal, and then you have your journal of stuff that you're going through, or thoughts that you want to deal with, or issues that you want to uncover. Have you started that? Because you had mentioned you were going to start that one.
Yeah, I haven't started that.
You haven't?
I just...
There's an opportunity there, though.
Yeah, there is. Every morning I do my gratitude journal, and it's been over 30 years. I just love the idea.
Okay, but let's be honest. You've missed once or twice.
Oh,
a few times. Yeah.
Not very much so, because
Right.
I feel lousy when I miss it.
Right.
It's very intimate, I want to connect in the morning because I can start drifting away into not such a great place.
Right. Whereas mine is more, I write gratitude lists, I send them out to people, and then I
get
also
them.
write in my journal what's going on with me,
Right.
and I take a temperature.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I also write gratitude in my journal as well.
Right.
Sometimes I make pictures. Sometimes I draw things. I actually sketched the design of this house in my journal. And
That's incredible.
And that's one way to manifest things, is to put them on paper.
Yeah.
So, okay, in any case, the gratitude journal, each morning or evening, write down a list of 3 things. You can write more if you want, right? You're grateful for, and one challenge.
3 is kind of wimpy.
3, it's a start, though, for people that haven't done it.
That's true. You're right.
And one challenge, and this is interesting, I bet you don't write this in your journal. One challenge you recently reframed as an opportunity, which is sort of gratitude for being successful at reframing.
Right. Sure.
So it's a form of gratitude.
It's applied in a little different.
But celebrating yourself because you kept your mouth shut.
Right.
Or you didn't take the bait.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yes.
that does deserve some validation.
It
because
does.
changing those patterns is hard sometimes.
All right, so technically we're saying write down 4 things you're grateful for.
Right.
One of them, how you reframed a situation to make it into an opportunity.
Right.
If you're struggling with ideas or unsure how to get started, you'll find helpful examples and guidance in the Perceptual Shift Journal that I wrote. You can see samples of that. It's a companion book for those seeking more direction. Okay, the second thing we can do to help reframe, we can do the what else could it mean exercise. The what else could it mean exercise. Let me explain that. When faced with a difficult situation, list 3 alternative interpretations or perspectives. Here's an example. If your boss gives you critical feedback on your work, instead of viewing it negatively, try reframing it in one of the 3 following ways. You could say that they see the potential in you and want to help you grow. That's why they're giving you that feedback, which is cool because they're helping you evolve.
Right.
That's a positive.
Yeah.
You could see it as they might be under stress.
Yeah.
And unintentionally projecting it onto the situation, which means compassion for them.
Sure.
We know what it feels like to be under stress.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of fun.
No, it's like zero fun.
Mm-hmm. Or they simply might have a different expectation or perspective you hadn't even considered.
Correct. Yeah.
So if your boss expected you to take out the trash twice a day, never told you that, and they're upset with you, okay, you're learning something new. You don't need to be reactive. You could say, hey, you may have mentioned that to me in the past. I don't recall it, but no big deal.
Yeah.
I'm happy to take the trash out twice a day.
Yeah.
Boom. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
A lot of this is about being able to get, I visualize it like this. You're over there and I'm over here. you say something to me that makes me feel, let's say, defensive, reactive. Maybe I want to fight, flight, or freeze.
Right.
If I can pause long enough to stand up, walk over to where you're sitting, imagine that I'm looking at James and think to myself, hey, you're right. I could be a little more sensitive
Right.
in the way that I'm talking to you.
Sure.
Then I can get on your side
Right.
of the situation, and we can be allies,
Yeah.
and we can come together as a team to improve James
Right.
and his communication. It's a very, very difficult thing. It's not something that comes naturally.
Yeah. Letting go of defensiveness.
Yes. And the ability to understand where they're coming from
Right.
and recognize that for them, at least for them, there's some validity there.
Right.
And that might be because of their upbringing or their situation. You might be with somebody who's religious and they're telling you something that you should be doing with God or whatever, and you feel imposed upon or defensive or reactive and you're not religious. If you get up and you come across from where they're coming from, they're highly religious.
Right.
They're trying to impart their vision of God on you
Right.
because they believe it will help you and make you happier and bring God into your life, then that's just their take. It's
Right.
nothing personal.
Right.
That's where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And at that point I can say, hey, I really appreciate you telling me that because I know where you're coming from.
Right.
Is you want me to be saved or healed or go to heaven or whatever it is that you want for me.
Right.
And I know that that's coming from a good place.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to say it really is. I do want you to be happy.
It might have a little bit of a blend, like there's some control going on, and there is some altruistic thing of they're trying to help you.
But that's great because then I understand they're coming from a place of control, which generally is fear.
Right.
And some religions are fear-based.
Yes.
If I don't convert a certain number of people, I might go to hell myself.
Right.
So whatever's going on, that gives me the chance, what we just talked about, to be compassionate. Right?
Right.
Okay, by choosing to see the feedback differently, you can focus on the opportunity to grow and improve rather than spiraling into thoughts like, I'm bad, or I can't do anything right, or I should have never taken this stupid job. Here's something else we can do to reframe. We can do what's called a role reversal.
Right.
When you're feeling uncomfortable about something in your life, maybe finance, romance, they're very common.
Yeah.
Take a moment to reflect and write down the entire experience and the range of emotions you're going through. This means literally take a pen and write down where it's coming from, what happened to make you feel this, who did what, who said what you're feeling,
Right.
What the situation is. Write down the story.
Yeah.
And the feelings that go with the story.
Yeah, that's important.
And if you happen to reflect on any past experiences that may be contributing to the way that you're interpreting this.
AKA triggers.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay? Now, imagine that you're giving advice to a friend in your situation, meaning that story is their story.
Right.
And they told it to you. And now they're asking for your advice. What perspective or solution might you suggest? Try writing down the situation in your journal and reflecting on whether the advice you'd give is something you could apply to your own life.
Right.
And the cool thing about that exercise is you get to be your own hero.
Right.
Right? You are finding the solution for yourself. You're not looking for a magic pill to fix
and you're not changing them. I'm changing myself.
When we
My own perspective.
Yes, and when we seek the solution from an outside source, oftentimes it can be a setup for us to say to that person, I did what you told me and it didn't work.
Right.
I wrote in my journal and I don't feel better. Mm-hmm. I got the book, The Perceptual Shift, and it didn't make me happy or didn't bring me abundance.
Right.
It's an opportunity to blame. We have to be careful because sometimes we set that up from the beginning.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, and the final suggestion for reframing exercise is appreciation.
Yeah.
And appreciation is slightly different than gratitude.
Right.
Or celebration, like we were talking about before.
Yeah,
right?
I see the difference, definitely.
Make it a daily habit to show your appreciation for something someone else has done each day. It can be a compliment in person, a text message, or act of kindness. Appreciating others strengthens connections, enhances morale for you and the other person, and encourages positive behaviors, fostering goodwill and mutual respect in all your relationships. And I would go on to say that when I tell someone, for example, I really appreciate the way you communicated with me.
Right.
What I'm doing is I'm giving them that positive affirmation that makes them want to communicate in a healthy way the next time.
Right. It's more inviting.
It's the opposite of a boundary where I say, if you communicate with me in an unkind way, which you can do, I'm not telling you not to communicate with me in an unkind way. I'm just letting you know, when you do that, I need to leave the room.
Right.
We're teaching them that we won't be a party and available to communicate in a mean way to. And this isn't going to make everybody happy necessarily, but my experience is when you do that consistently and you specifically say, I'm not trying to change you.
Right.
You can continue spitting on me or yelling at me or communicating poorly. That's your prerogative. I'm not trying to change you.
I'm slurping.
Or slurping at me. I'm just saying I will be leaving the room when that happens.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be dramatic.
It doesn't have to be. By the way, I just happened to look over at the GarageBand thing, just to decide my volume is really, have you noticed?
It's red.
It's red. So obviously I'm talking very loud. So the next podcast, I will either talk softly,
we'll do
like this level, somewhere down here, or I will turn my microphone down. In fact,
I think we get excited sometimes, like all the slurping.
We do. I can't turn my mic down because then my editor is going to be really upset that half of the thing was turned down and half it wasn't. So maybe he can fix it in there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see what goes on. Okay, in any case.
Don't lose your train of thought, though. I'm really enjoying what you're saying.
The appreciation? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because
appreciation, it's not exclusive that I have to agree with it. It's like, that's what thank you for sharing is about. It doesn't mean that I agree with it.
Very good point. Yeah. I'm going to give you a ding for that.
Wow.
Yeah. Because if somebody says, you're a bad artist.
Right.
I can say, well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
I definitely can grow as an artist.
Yeah.
I have a lot of room for growth.
Right.
People have teased me about my voice or my singing or whatever, you know. It's like, I'm grateful that I'm singing.
It's kind of interesting because there's a kind of art called lowbrow art, which is basically like really shitty art.
Yeah.
And people love it.
Why not?
They love having like an ugly Elvis painting on velvet that's really tacky.
Oh, there's a lot of bands that just basically scream.
Yeah.
People love that.
That's true.
So,
I'm not kidding. That's
Buzzcocks was kind of a screamy band.
They're screamy.
Yeah.
But they were melodic screamy. I can think of bands that are not melodic screamers.
Okay, so, and the other last thing I want to say about appreciation is we were talking earlier about when we go out of our way, and try this today if you're listening. I really encourage you to try this. Think of somebody in your life that you appreciate because that relationship adds value to your life.
God, I can think of a lot of those.
Think of just one person that you appreciate that adds value to your life that you have not said, I appreciate our relationship and you in my life.
Right.
If you haven't said that recently, text somebody or reach out and say, you know, I haven't told you this lately, but I really appreciate our friendship.
I think that's very kind and loving to do that.
It's very kind. And you know what? It makes you feel good too.
That I mean all the way around.
Yeah. So
everyone in the orbit of that gets a gift.
Exactly. So these reframing exercises provide simple tools to shift your perspective and create positive outcomes. Now, just a quick note on the positive outcomes. Part of this book is about manifesting abundance. You see how when you tell someone how much you appreciate them, you manifest more good relations with them, more abundant relationships.
Yeah.
You are encouraging the beautiful flowers to grow.
Right.
And you're not, putting Miracle Grow on the weeds.
Yeah.
Don't put Miracle Grow on the weeds.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, it's not a great idea.
You get a ding for that.
Thank you.
Sorry.
All right. By practicing gratitude, like you do every morning or almost every morning, exploring alternative viewpoints, looking at things from the other person's point of view,
Right.
and showing appreciation for others,
Yeah.
you can break free from limiting beliefs and embrace a mindset of growth. Limiting is the opposite of abundance.
Yeah.
So we want
Scarcity.
scarcity, abundance.
Right.
And when we limit ourselves, how are we going to manifest abundance?
Good point.
Somebody said to me once, how much money do you want to make, James? And I said, I don't know. And well, what would be a great number? And I said, this is maybe 30 or 40 years ago. And I said, $100,000 a year. That would be a ton of money.
Yeah.
And he said, why not $1 million? And I said, that's ridiculous. He's like, why not 100 million? And I said,
Wow.
well, 100 million is like saying a gazillion, gazillion. Like, that's a ridiculous. He goes, no, people actually make that. And I said, well, why would I even say that? What would I do with that much money? He goes, well, what would you do? And then I went down the path about donating and charity and charitable trusts and helping other people.
Yeah.
Don't limit yourself financially, relationships, health. Somebody recently said to me, well, I'm really struggling in my disease. I'm struggling with my illness. I'm struggling with this autoimmune disorder. It's really difficult. I've been trying to figure out how to deal with it. And, sometimes, I was listening. I said, hey, the more you keep saying,
It's feeding it. Yeah.
I have this autoimmune disorder. I have this autoimmune disorder. I have this you're just feeding it.
Right.
You're like giving it food, like cancer thrives on sugar, right? They say, this is the sugar for that backache or the
fear.
autoimmune disease.
Yeah, it's feeding it fear.
Be very careful about what you say because your mind is listening.
That's right. It's witnessing the whole thing, yeah. And recording it.
Let me hear you say that. Be very careful about what you say because your mind is listening.
Be very careful about it because what your mind is with.
Wait. Be very careful about what you say because your mind is listening.
Be very careful about what I say because my mind is listening.
Exactly.
Put it in the first person.
I like it in the first person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not ding. You don't like it?
No, it's ding worthy for sure.
Very sensitive.
Okay, let's hear you say it one more time. Right there. Go ahead. Can you remember it?
No.
What? You can't remember it?
I'll try. Be very careful about.
No. Look.
Be very careful about what my mind is listening to.
Be very careful about what I say because my mind is listening. Dude, you're killing me here. Oh my God. You're getting Oldheimers on me. Okay. All right. You really are 80, aren't you?
I'm close. 65.
Okay. So the question of the day. You ready?
Yeah.
Do you often experience some kind of challenge or uncomfortable situation in your daily life?
Yes.
Right.
I think that's fairly universal.
It is. Okay.
No one can sail through a whole 24 hours without a little bump.
You think these exercises could help?
Yes.
Okay.
It's great reminders every day to hear this.
What's one challenge that you're facing in your life these days that comes up on a semi-regular basis for you that you would like to transform and you could use these exercises to do that?
Right. I would, for me personally, it's personal relationships, not sexual ones though. I mean, more just with other guys that are sort of friends of mine that I run into. And some of them try to cram their belief system down my throat. It's very similar to what you were sharing about with the religious stuff.
That defensive thing comes up.
And I kind of in a very aggressive way, I got attacked recently verbally by a guy that said, he basically took my inventory and he said, Robbie, you're too gossipy. Mm-hmm. Which, I own some of that,
That's the growth right there, because the moment we own it. But in the moment, it's very hard to own it, right?
Yeah, and it was just like, stay in your own lane, dude.
That's the
defensive. Yeah.
That's it. It's so hard not to.
It was hard, and especially the way he delivered it. He did this whole kind of like 60 minutes, like, Robbie,
you're gossipy.
Really gossipy, and you got to get.
Was it kind of sexy the way he said it?
No. It was just kind of. I thought it was very bombastic,
Okay, so he said it, and did you pause and not say anything, or did you say what was on your mind?
I paused, but not long enough.
Okay, that I have to tell you the truth. That's me too. That happens periodically.
Yeah,
and I can work on that as well.
Right.
It's so hard not to take the bait, because part of me wants to protect the little kid inside that just got hurt.
Yeah, it is a balancing act.
And what I'm learning in this process is I can protect the little kid in 5 minutes.
Right.
Just as good as I can protect him right
exactly.
now. I could think about it.
Kind of pause. Yeah.
I could think about it, and then I could go up to the guy later or tomorrow and say, just wanted to I could talk to a mentor or somebody else and go through it. I could do some writing. I could meditate on it.
Yeah.
I could begin to see, like, if I don't want people to tell me I'm stinky anymore, maybe I should start showering. Even though it feels uncomfortable to be called a stinky man. And I might be reactive if somebody says, hey man, you stink, James. You're a smelly dude.
Right.
I would be like, normally I'd be like,
and a slurping.
You have bad breath. I would want to just attack back. Pausing gives me an opportunity to I know I'm kind of stinky. Maybe I should actually shower more than once a year. Whatever it is that's going on, whatever it is.
That analogy is terrible, because you are one of the least stinky guys. I've never smelled you stinky.
I know, that's Speaking about hygiene. Analogy, you're right. Okay, so here's my thing. Okay, I'm going to give you mine.
Okay.
Okay, you gave me yours.
Yeah.
Good job. I'm going to give you a ding for it. That was very...
It wasn't that good, yeah.
Oh, no, it was very honest.
Really?
Yeah, it's very honest. Okay. One of the things I love about this show is that we're very intimate in terms of revealing what our character defects or the things we're working on.
Absolutely.
You could have done a really surfacey one.
Yeah, no, we keep it real.
Your shirt's wrinkled.
Perceptual Shift Studios.
Yeah, like so you said, someone said my shirt's wrinkled,
Right.
But you went deep. I appreciate that.
Oh, thanks.
I hope the audience does too. So for me, when I think about, first of all, yes, I do every day experience challenges and uncomfortable situations in my life. My goal is not to cause it to be exacerbated or be more uncomfortable, right? It's like you can get hurt, but you need to continue suffering and replaying the idea that, I hurt my back, can I just let it go and give it to the universe?
Right.
And the exercises definitely help. The 3 exercises being the gratitude journal, actually for what else could it mean, role reversal, and appreciation. I definitely, of those 4, I could do a better job at appreciation, letting people know that I appreciate them in my life. Right. I'm good, like you said, complimenting people or celebrating their birthdays doing all that stuff or buying gifts. But the random appreciation is very, very powerful. And I think the stuff that I struggle with mostly these days is since we're not publishing Maui Magazine, Driving Magazine, the Whale Watch Magazine, Maui's Favorites, that whole publishing company, which I don't know if it'll start up again or not.
I hope so.
And we had the fire and all this stuff, and we're sort of reinventing ourselves.
Yeah.
Now, writing the book and doing the podcast, sometimes I question if I'm on the right path.
Right.
And if I go down that funnel, of thought pattern
Right.
into a dark kind of a barrel,
Yeah.
then I could be signing up for some misery.
Right.
So I recognize it immediately, and I immediately just kind of say, I'm not in charge of this life.
Right.
I'm not in charge of the results of this life. My responsibility is to show up, dress becomingly, look nice, smell nice,
Yeah.
do the footwork
Right.
to the best of my ability, and then surrender everything to the universe.
And have faith.
And have faith and have fun.
Yes.
And speaking of fun,
Thank you. I know where we're going.
it's almost time to shift.
Okay.
But before we shift, real quickly, again, I want to say, first of all, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
We love doing this.
Yeah. And
This
if
is-
you want to join us at the Saturday Zoom,
3 p.m. Pacific Standard
I'm
Time.
there. James is there. We got our
right.
notebooks. We're ready to rock and
Yeah.
roll.
If
We
you're in
dig
YouTube,
deep.
you can get the link here, and then
Yeah.
you can DM me at James M. Quine on TikTok or Instagram, and I will give you the password to come over. It's a lot of fun. It takes
It's
about an
a lot
hour.
of fun. It's very intimate. Wonderful shares.
Yeah.
Fantastic. People dig deep. I was surprised because you and I dig deep, you know, sort of naturally.
Yes,
It's
we do.
kind of organic because we've been doing it for a long time.
Other people go deep. Yeah.
And I was surprised how deep it was.
Yeah.
From the first meeting, it was deep. It's like
Very intimate.
very intimate,
Yeah.
very safe space for
Right.
everyone.
Right.
Mhm.
And if you want the book, Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, a bunch of other places online. You can hit me up again, DM me. If you want a signed copy, I'll get that to
The
you.
poor man's version is on Kindle.
Kindle. Yeah, it's $2.99, dude.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad. But get a journal or something to write in.
Yes.
And with that, all those announcements, let's perceptually shift
That's right.
out of this show with
With no slurps.
a different version of the Slurpy song.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Slurp to the beat.
Now you've heard the Shift Show. Hope you got your mind blown. We'll be back next week with more to say. Do it, Robbie. And if you are a seeker, buy the book, dig deeper. Take what you like and now go out and play. Yeah, have some fun. The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa,
Nice.
Nice. I stretched it out there.
Snapped it at the end.
You knocked my elbow, by the way.
The perceptual shift.
You almost
grind.
threw me off the whole song, dude.
I bonked into your elbow.
Did I almost throw you off when I yelled out Robbie?
I liked it. I liked
Okay.
the energy of it.
Cool. Right on. All right.
It's a little
So,
punk rock.
yeah.
It's nice.
So that's our show for today. Until we see you next time. Same bat time, same bat
That's
channel.
right.
And before we go, we want to just say one more thing. It's about loving life because
Yeah.
there's some misunderstanding about
Yeah,
that.
it's-
Some people think that that means that we have to love every single thing that
Yeah,
happens
let's
to us.
knock off the Pollyanna thing.
Yeah, sometimes
Life hurts.
sometimes people say stuff that hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you were saying before.
Right.
And that's okay. That's part of life.
Thank you.
We're saying, do you love being alive, being a
Right.
human?
Yeah.
If you love the idea or you want to love the idea of being human,
Yeah.
if you want to love your life, if you want to celebrate your life, if you want to
Celebrate.
wake up in the morning and go, I love being alive. This is incredible. Thank you for this life. If that's who you want to be,
I'm raising my hand to that.
or you're there and you want more of it,
Yeah.
then one of the things that we do is we do the affirmation of yelling
It's
out,
our
I
little
love my life.
mantra around
Yeah.
here, perceptual shift.
So you can start if you haven't done it before with us,
Yeah.
and then you can share it with others, and you can do it throughout the day.
The ripple effect.
If you're
yes.
feeling good or you're feeling uncomfortable,
Right.
just reach your hands up in the air and yell
Yeah,
it out.
That's right.
Are you ready?
Yes,
Let's-
I'm always ready to be a life lover.
1, 2, 3.
Three.
I love my life! Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for coming.
Okay, 40. The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa.